Hi everyone, this is Robin, and today I'm going to show you how to make a faux board book. My friend Carly showed us on a video from National Scrapbook Day how to make a board book using your binder doll and some chipboard. I am all out of chipboard, and I don't have any cereal boxes available, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. This is my take on it, and I'm going to do this one just a little bit different. Now, you might have purchased those scrapbooks from the Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and they come with the white pieces of cardstock already in them. And I don't use these for my white cardstock. I just use them for extra things. So what I'm going to do is take two of those, put them together, and the color that I want for my books, for the front and for the back, I'm going to put in the front and the back right here. You can even turn it around if you want to get technical, but I'm just going to do this. And I'm doing multiple books, but for the video I'm just going to do one. And that's pretty good thickness. If you want it thicker than that, you can just add another sheet of white cardstock in there. This is just the faux technique. So how long I want this cover is I'm going to have it 5 inches long. 5 inches, maybe 5.5. Okay, we'll do 5.5 for the length. And for how wide it is, so I have 5.5, and I'm going to do, we'll say 3.5. So 3.5 by 5.5. How about that? 3.5 by 5.5. So now I have this, and this is going to be my front cover. And then I'm going to cut another 3.5, and this will be my back cover. Oops. So now I have my front and my back cover. And this is a Carl cutter. This is the DC 220. So if you're cutting a lot of paper, it's awesome. It's great. So now I have the front and the back of my board book. And I'm just going to put these all together with my ATG gun. And I've got some tape refills now. Thank you to everyone who sent them and volunteered to send them. And I also ordered from tapedepot.com, and they came very fast. Okay, a question that I've been getting about Carly's board books and board books in general is, what do you use in the middle? This is just Georgia Pacific cheap white cardstock I got from Walmart. You get it in the office supply aisle. It's right next to the copy paper. It's just called white cardstock. I think you get 110 or 120 sheets in a pack, and it's good. I even use it for my white stuff I need for cards and scrapbooking. I don't use it for stamping. I use the Stampin' Up! Ultra Smooth White because of the smooth texture. Okay, so now let's see, for the inside, let's see. I think I want to make it a pretty good size book, so I'm going to use about this much. This many. So I don't know exactly. I'm just going to kind of guess. So I like to make the inside of my book, the paper, a little bit smaller. So my book was 3.5 by 5.5, so I'm going to do 5.25. Like how I can just whip that out. Isn't that awesome? 5.25 by 3.25. And so actually what I'm going to do, show you a little trick. So I'm going to do 6.5. And then I'm just going to divide that in half, which would be 3.25. Let's see if I want that thicker. Oops. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put some more note pages in there. So I'm going to use this that I just cut. I'm going to cut it at 5.25 again. So this is going to be a pretty good size book, and I'm going to use, I believe it's a 1/2 inch. So remember, I'm cutting it 6.5, just because I already have it there, and I don't have to pull my paper out again. And 3.25. Didn't know I could add, did ya? Learning new things about me. Okay, so I've heard also that people use whatever they're called, the index cards. I can't even think of the name of them. You know, the ones with lines on them, used for school. This is just using your cheap white paper, and once we put it together, it'll be like this. So now let's move on to the bind it all, and I'll show you this really quick. All right, all I'm going to do here is put these 4 pieces together, and I'll do this in fast motion for you. using my ATG gun. Okay, now I just have this sped up really fast. I'm just using the ATG gun, and you could also probably stick this through your Xyron to get it really sticky. And I'm just going to do this with all of the layers. I've also done it already with the other side, but I'm just demonstrating how I do it on one, so you can kind of get the basic idea. And you can use different material in there with your paper. You can use cheap cardstock that you just want to get rid of. You just probably have to do more layers. So there it is. There we go. For the top of my board book, I'm going to use a flower from Life's a Beach. It's just this simple flower right here. I'm going to make it, let's see, 2.5 inches. And I'm just going to press the 3 flower button. Make sure I'm all set. Okay. Here we go. And this is just for the outline and the basic flower. Then I'm going to be using this pink here. So this is Apricot Peel, this is Regal Rose, and this is Certainly Celery. And they're coordinating with the board. This is the board book. This is the front and the bottom that I finished. Okay, so that has the top. Now for the inside, I'm going to hit Layers button. And I can just hit Repeat Last since it's on the bottom left. And it's going to actually cut the center and the little stem thing. So I'm going to have to do that again and kind of waste a little bit of paper, but that's just the way Provo Craft has decided to do these cartridges a little bit. I guess that's to give us some more, which is fine with me. Not going to complain about it because it's all good. Okay, now I'm just going to put this flower together and show you how I put my board together with the Bind It All. Okay, here's a little trick with the pink Bind It All. I'm not sure if the blue one has it, but it has this thing sticking out in the back that you just pull it, and we forgot to do this in the last video that we did. You just pull it out and it gives you better leverage. So this is the white cardstock, and basically just kind of put it in there, and I'm just going to eyeball it. You can measure it if you want to get a little bit more precise, but I kind of know exactly where the other pieces are, I think. Okay. Kind of hard to do with the camera right in front of you. Ta-da! Okay. And I've already punched the other ones. And now I need to punch my book. My covers, and it doesn't matter since I covered it the way I covered it. I don't have a line this time. So I'm also just going to kind of eyeball this here. If you're not good at eyeballing things, you can always just measure. That works too. Okay, so now you put the paper in the front. You want to put your two front and your back together when you put your paper on. And I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, we're using 6 of these. This is the 1/2 inch wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Use my, here we go. Wire cutters are very handy when you can do them right. All right, I have my 2 covers together, or front and back together. Just put them through the loop, and then I have all this paper that I'm going to stick in here. And again, this is a 1/2 inch. If I haven't already said it a million times. So I want to make sure that it is set at the 1/2 inch line, and it is just, hopefully it's perfect. Push it in here, come around here and do this one. Push it. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, look at that, it's just lined up wonderfully. Awesome. Okay, and this will be my back because it has my lines. Okay. And then here it is right here. Okay, here is the project. And I might have added a little too many pages, I think there's too many pages in here, but you get the point. So here we go. Have an awesome day.